All right, that's good. That's good. Cool. Cool. All right.
Dalton, thank you for introducing me to this.
Oh my god, that beard dribble went right down between the little hole in my pajamas, like right on my balls.
I was gonna say, did it go in between them?
It threaded the needle. Went in my urethra.
You just see Matt go down like gotta lick it off my balls.
I wish I was that limber again.
If he was that flexible, he'd never leave the bedroom.
I used to be that flexible. Used to, but now I'm like 30 and
then you
chubby.
got fat.
I used to be that flexible too, but I got fat.
I used to
Ready,
be that
fellas?
flexible, and then my bones hardened.
All right. All right. So
I'm just fat.
yeah, Matt. Whenever you introduce it and everything, that's when I'll like after you do the introduction stuff. That's when I'll do my thing. You'll fucking love it.
So, should we do a countdown for Matt or
No, I got it.
drive on, buddy?
Become another person, become another person, become another person. Alright. Hello, we're the mementomorons. We fuck it up so you don't have to. Yeah, welcome back. If you didn't notice, that was my ripoff of Nostalgia Critic. But welcome back. Was this episode 130, 131? What are we at, boys?
130.
130. It's the beginning of the 2025. We took a little hiatus there for a minute. You know, had some other irons in the fire, a lot of shit to do, but boy, are we glad to be back. So we got some crazy shit to talk about. Something Ben's really been wanting to do. We were going to do a deep dive into John McAfee. What? I only ever knew him as the antivirus little thing that would pop up all the time, but man, is it fucking wild. I actually have like I got another dude kind of adjacent to that. It's not as wild as him, but it's still pretty crazy just to try to add a little bit more. But yeah, we'll go down the roster here. Our first one, the only thing smaller than his penis are his hands, Mr. Dalton Slayton.
Hey, I got small hands because I got a small penis. It makes it look really big.
And the only thing bigger than Dalton's paychecks is our friend Jace.
Yo.
And then next up, voted most likely to kill themselves before the age of 40, Connor Impey.
God damn.
And then our queef editor over here, someone so keen at not telling his friends when he's getting because he knew we'd make fun of him, Benjamin Bain.
Oh my god.
And then, of course, you have me. I have to eat my Oreos with water because my dad never came back with the milk. Told you I've been working on our intro for a minute.
Nice.
I just imagine Matt with like milk at his dad's
Just
grave.
sitting there
like,
waiting
Dad,
with the empty
milk."
glass, like just pouring the milk on him.
The milk now.
Where's the milk?
No, I just imagine you on his grave, like I got the milk, Dad. You can come home.
I swear, when my voice acting gets better and I end up like getting a bit more clout or whatever, I'm legit just gonna text Dad and be like, "You better bring the milk because you're about to be proud of me, bitch."
So do we want to do a recap of all the shit that's been going on before we do the deep dive?
I think we could do a quick catching up. All right, you guys ready for? I've had this Dalton impression prepared for weeks.
Let's go.
I haven't even posted anything on Facebook because it would have given it away. But all right, for starters, let me get into character. Made your little domino guy. All right, so as I'm slowly changing into Dalton, my money per hour I make at work goes up. All right, I'm so much smarter than everyone else. Everyone sucks but me. My tiny hands! No! What did I do to deserve this? Oh my god! all my money I can't even carry that much with these tiny hands.
I'm more surprised he didn't run out of breath during that.
Oh man. I even painted the nails black.
It's like high school, Dalton.
Bro. Oh man, I told Devin I wanted to like make fun of you and your tiny hands forever, and Devin's like, I think we have some of those at work, and I'm like, she just brought them home one day, like, here you go. I'm like, dude, fuck yes.
I'll drink to that.
Plus, you could get a lot of mileage out of just tiny hands, regardless. But fuck, man, I've been sitting on that for weeks. Oh man,
You were so proud to have that pay off, aren't you?
I absolutely love one
It's
of Matt's
fucking-
insults.
it's-
He makes too much money.
Hey, I had to make it real, you know.
Insult
It's just
someone
like
for
you.
something. Insult someone for what they're good at. Ben, you're so smart with computers, piece of shit.
Yeah, Connor, you're so great at fucking giving up your mom.
With his tiny hand.
Dude, you gotta live life, bud.
All right. So
That's probably. Hey, Dalton, that's bad for you to do, bud. You should stop.
Hey man, I'm sorry. Like, you stop. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything now. It was too great.
Dalton vapes his albuterol now.
Yo, hey man, we're in
Don't be giving him
2025, bro. That'd
I'll
be
vape
fire.
Do we
I'll
have
vape it all.
albuterol vapes now? Like albuterol, like that looks like vapes? Because everyone would be like, "Oh, dude, that guy's just like vaping. He's cool." But actually, I'm over here like, okay, I'm better now.
in a beer cooler, no less.
It's just an instant cure.
Hey, what were the dots on your domino shirt? It was 3 and like 6 or 5, right?
1 and 2.
Damn it.
Wasn't it because of like some rare thing that
Fucking
happened when playing
Deuces.
dominoes? Oh yeah.
Mhm. It's something that happens when you're playing Moon. A lot of people end up walking Deuces, which means that you basically just don't use it.
Playing you like Walker like
It's
I
basically the
will
Resident Evil
lose.
zombie that you can't be bothered to shoot.
Okay, there's a lot of those if we're going to be entirely honest.
Excuse me, I'm gonna do something that Connor doesn't get to do. Text a girl.
Oh.
That's all right. He
Yes.
texts his mom all the time.
Oh,
Oh.
texts his mom all the time. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
buddy.
That's not special.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I get to take steroids for free.
I get to take steroids for free.
Thanks, insurance.
That explains your tiny penis.
Hey.
You're gonna get a lot of use out of that now, aren't you?
Dude, it's like the best $3-4 my wife's ever spent on me.
Oh,
I
the
just
best prop
picture-
ever.
I just picture Matt one day putting it over his like junk, so when David gets in bed, he'd be like, "Can I get a high five and a down low?"
Hey, Matt, put those on your dick and then realize that small.
No,
hands are
I'm gonna whenever she's blowing me, just put the hand on top of it. Oh.
Yes.
great. Also, I didn't realize that Connor actually does text the girl quite often.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just the dead one. It's the dead one he killed that never replies, but he does it out of a sick sense of like, you can't
Made an
reply
AI
anyway.
based on her so she can message. He hears the heartbeats underneath.
Shit.
But yeah, so thanks for joining back with us. I guess we're gonna do kind of a little what's been up the past little hiatus and everything. I'm sure everyone's got some little highlights, things want to talk about. Anyone
Suicide.
first? Hell yeah!
I'll go
Fuck
first.
yeah!
Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
killing yourself.
That's
Fuck
a
yeah!
joke. That's a joke. Stop.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
I moved out of my parents again
No.
for like the 5th time.
Nice.
But I moved into an apartment. I met a chick. We've been talking ever since, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I haven't told her about this at all.
The next time Dalton moves out of his parents' house, he gets a free snow cone.
Hey, at least I was about to, I was like, at least I got parents I can move out of, and it's like Connor also does.
Dalton's like, at least I got money to buy a snow cone.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you should have said.
Connor just asked his mom for the snow cone.
Talking about parents you can move out of, like what you move into them, like a tauntaun, like going back in my mom's stomach today.
It's really
Just
awesome.
Can't
some
go
kind
in
of
his
you
dad's
might
stomach.
delete later.
I'm really glad that I do have like the safety net when I need it, and me moving back from Ohio really kind of helped with that. So, but yeah, no, I got my own place again, which is kind of cool. The internet is suboptimal, terrible. I mean, it's good for what I need and what I'm doing here, but it's not what I would like because Google Fiber is like 10 gigs now, 8 gigs. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, no, me and my dad have been talking about doing a bunch of camping this year, and I know that I want to do a camping trip with you guys eventually.
I'm fucking down, dog.
Like,
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna be the worst person to camp with.
Guys, it's so stuffy out here. Where's the AC?
If we take Connor camping, we're gonna end up in a Hills Have Eyes situation for sure.
Oh,
Let's just
No.
It's gonna be like
a good
the
YouTube
bone.
video.
It's gonna be like that Bone Tomahawk movie where we're running into
Bro.
troglodytes.
I will actually take offense to that because I did see the revamped Hills Have Eyes movies like what all the way
Great.
back in the
They're awesome.
2000s.
Yeah.
The end of it upset me immensely.
Well, what happens if the cannibals show up? We're just gonna throw Connor out of the RV and we're just gonna keep on driving.
Jace, you would trip the moment you try to throw me out. Don't even kid yourself.
No. We're primitive camping this.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, because I want to do like GoPros, so like we could kind of like make this all into a YouTube video for us, just for us camping. I want to do a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah,
Memento morons find a body. Like
Maybe.
Hold up. Do an intro like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've never seen the show.
Maybe I should look
Watch
at
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay,
dude.
basically,
you have the biggest hard on for that show,
quick-
dude.
a quick TLDR for it. Basically, it works where someone would say something like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna get obsessed with that," and then immediately it plays this funny song with like subtitles that come over that would say, "Connor gets obsessed with this," something like that. Or it'd be
Well,
like,
anyway.
"I would never do crack. That's awful." Connor does crack, like
Anyway,
right after.
I'm back
Connor
to
does
being in
crack?
charge.
Yeah.
I'm back to being in charge of streaming. And everything. Mostly my life has only changed just this little bit of moving right down the street from my parents. So I'm giving this a year in Texas. If in the summer I can't handle it, then I'm gonna end up leaving sometime next year. So, and if I can't handle it now, because I've been doing all my asthma medications and stuff, which is great, and I have to do bloodletting now, which is funny.
You get to do bloodletting?
I have to because I have hemochromatosis, which is
metal.
I have too much iron in my blood. I have too much metal in my blood.
That's why you're heavy, man. You're a lot heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not fat. It's the iron in my blood that makes me.
But anyway, I have to actually go and get rid of that blood. Like, so basically, I just go get my blood drawn every month. So that'll help. Plus, having more iron in your blood helps with people who need it. So if somebody's injured and they give somebody my blood, it'll help clot the blood their blood quicker. So it works out. Also, I'm doing a bunch of medical stuff to try to make it where I can stay in Texas, and if I can't,
Yeah, if Texas is trying to kill you like it does with queers and blacks, you better get out.
I'm neither of those things.
I'm both of those things.
You're queer.
What's been going on with you, Ben?
Oh, honestly, just been in the process of setting my own stuff up, and on top of all that, setting up the logistics of our next little venture involving the servers. I've actually got it down to a push button sort of setup, so all that we got to do now is make sure everything is properly connected, and then Dalton over there just hits the button, and boom, we've got 2 game servers set up with many more on the way.
Right on.
And so if you want to check this out, we are going to start with Ark Survival Ascended and Survival Evolved for those who like to play Minecraft on hard mode, I guess is the best way to put it, because you can build shit while getting killed by dinosaurs.
Well, Minecraft with dinosaurs, basically.
Dinosaurs.
Minecraft is way more peaceful than Ark.
Yeah.
It really is.
1,000,000 times.
I don't know. There's a lot of like eldritch things that happen in there, like Enderman for one. Like
Yeah, but
just
as soon
looking
as I
at him is enough to have them literally
Yeah,
sprinting
Connor,
at you.
Connor,
As soon as I spawn into
Minecraft, you're fine.
as soon as I spawn into Minecraft and I'm being raped by compies. Straight out of
Literally-
compies. Crazy motherfucker named dinosaurs.
Does not compute.
Get out. That one was
What?
bad.
Speaking of dinosaurs,
But aside from aside from that, just
Yeah, we
getting...
saw you take your very strategic sip.
Yeah.
I do this. It's product placement when you turn,
Did you see
turn the
it?
label.
Guys, did you see?
Godzilla's not a dinosaur.
Why do you think I brought the biggest Art the Clown glass I had in here? Because she'll be like, he's got an art cup. And I'm like, I've got an art cup.
Well, in that case, I'm whipping out a crown glass with salted caramel crown with Coke.
Just
Hey,
brings up
I
Panda
can't bend
Express.
these, but this is a middle finger to you, bud.
How is the salted caramel?
Wait, Matt, I got
it's
you.
Fantastic. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Jace.
It's the same size.
I could
Let's do
flash
it,
myself again and it'd be even smaller.
Salted caramel crown, Jace, if you want to do it, 60-40 split, 60% crown, 40% crown. Oh no, 60% Coke, 40% crown. Fucking perfect.
I mean,
So-
that's normally how I make my
Coke.
crown anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
So-
Anyways,
Anyway, Ben's not done.
Oh,
but yeah, so setting up server shit, setting up a whole litany of things, honestly. The hey Dalton, should we throw some shade?
Kick him.
What the fuck are you doing?
that's, what I was,
Jerking his mic off, man.
that's what I was laughing at. I just look over and I just see Dalton just...
Like, I just look at him intently staring, and I was like, did I say something wrong? Next thing I know, he's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I was.
Off with tiny hands.
I mean, to be fair, he's also doubling as a Benjamin impression.
What the fuck? Okay. All right.
Look at me, I'm gonna get offended at words. Ew.
All right. So, actually, no, we're not gonna fucking throw shade. We're better than that. We're better than them. Anyways,
Wait, who's talking shit?
it's not who's talking shit. It's who's so freaking incompetent that they dropped the ball with a guaranteed win. Yeah, now you know, Dalton.
Oh, I knew the moment he said. I knew it the moment he said, "Oh, we're better than them."
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Fuck Galactic Events. Fuck them. Like, I'm about to half tempted to tell everyone I know in San Angelo, don't go to their fucking goddamn thing.
It was like their very first one. Sorry, it wasn't a
No,
knockout.
no,
they have. It was their first one of that one. They have several others.
Yep.
They've been doing it for a while.
Okay,
I think,
well,
I think, was it Jay that said, you know, maybe this is the reason why the promoter lost his fucking mind and just said, fuck y'all?
Yeah.
Like,
But no.
Oh my God.
We talked with them about helping, being part of them, working together, us doing their networking and all the online stuff, and then, them promoting, and then we help with them. And then they decided to ghost us completely.
and not even the good ghost like the band, like the
Yeah,
bad one,
right.
like the movie.
But it was the absolute dumbest. Like, they didn't tell us, so like, oh yeah, we don't really want to work with you or whatever. They just fucked off and didn't tell us shit.
They pulled a Danny Phantom. They went ghost.
And I tried getting back with them and talking with them. I was being patient and be like, maybe they're busy, whatever.
You're giving them a lot of fucking rope on that one too, dude.
I was like, shit happens. But apparently it was, they just said, you're on the square on the level, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Square.
I've had that song stuck in my head for so fucking long.
Dude,
But yeah,
they're
no,
coming
so-
to us. Let's see them this fucking year. They're coming. It's great. It's
And
great.
it's one thing if they had their shit squared away, because then I would be like, oh no, maybe they found a way to work it out. No, dude, they had their shit so fucked up that if you looked them up, it looked as if a third grader tried web design.
Yeah, it's where it's like all black background with green text, so it really hurts your eyes.
Wait a minute.
That may or may not be what our card looks like.
Ours looks cool though.
Yeah, it's got like, oh shit, I need to change it actually.
It's cool when we do it.
Yeah.
Because we are third graders.
Our
Yeah.
humor is that of third graders.
But see, we are third graders.
White.
They were third graders that couldn't pass the bill, so they copied notes from their autistic 4-year-old.
They are not on the square or on the level.
They're on the spectrum.
We're on the spectrum.
Oh, you're ready to
you're
get
on the
straight
spectrum.
fucked in the rectum.
Dalton takes pride in the fact that he was 1 point away from being on the spectrum.
All right. So, anyone want to kick this shit off?
And not everybody's done.
Oh yeah, whoops, my bad.
Yeah, we're talking about
Goddamn.
what everybody.
Yeah, what's been up with us the past month? We haven't been here. I would like to say I have been.
I think I have to do. Oh, sorry.
What were you about? You got to take a shit already? You're supposed to do
No, I
that
was
beforehand.
I was gonna do something to make Ben scared. But please go ahead.
So I've been logging my movies as of the beginning of 2024 because I've been very interested how many movies I watch. I know I watch a lot, never knew how many. So with the Letterboxd app, anyone who's got it, you know, you can just track your movies, rate them if you want to type a review, whatever. I kind of stopped writing because I just put rate the stars, add a heart if I really liked it or not. But I added them up, not including all of the rewatches I've done with several movies, including Terrifier 3 and Deadpool and Wolverine 3, which is actually, for 2024, having two badass, like, third installments? That don't happen a lot. Third installments usually suck, man.
You're right.
But, yeah, I've watched over 320 movies. That's almost a movie a day last year.
Impressive. That's impressive.
I'm very happy with it, man. And that's not counting TV shows. That's not counting animes, because I can't put TV shows that has like small mini-series, but you know, we watch Parks and Rec, freaking Brooklyn Nine-Nine, freaking all this Sons of Anarchy, all this shit. I can't add Nine. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna stop either. I'm just gonna keep logging my movies because it helps. Because I remember Devin, I told her, I was like, I don't think we watched Lord of the Rings this year. She's like, yeah, we watched it. And I was like, you know what? Let me check. No, we didn't watch it. We watched it last December when we did the deep dive. So that's why we're watching it right now, actually. And I was like, she went to sleep halfway during one of them. And so I was like, I'm fucking re-downloading Middle-earth Shadow of War because I bought it forever ago and never played it. And now it's like... But, you know, I've been watching movies and I bought some tiny hands, so that's what's been up, man. And I'm like, it's a good number, man. I'm proud of it. It's impressive.
Tiny hands are already worth the money that I spent on them, huh?
Dude, that's it's gonna get all the giggles,
Five-finger
man.
discount.
5 really little tiny finger discount.
What about
Yeah.
you, Connor?
Now, to exactly show off what I want to show off, I legitimately have to take off my pants.
You got a tattoo of his
No.
mom on his
No, but so you know how in A Christmas Story, Ralphie got the pink pajama, the bunny thing, and he was embarrassed by it?
Yeah.
Now, I would say this is my pink rabbit thing. Basically, my mother got me these like fleece sweats I can wear. Super fucking comfy. Like, they're great. The issue is, I have Will Ferrell screaming at me anytime I look down.
I mean, some people.
Do you know how weird it is to go to take off my pants and I just see Will Ferrell doing this?
This is my trash can right under my shit.
I mean,
Will Ferrell screaming at me.
Connor, some people have to pay extra for that.
Yep.
When
Yeah,
Connor's
'cause I'm sure
pleased,
someone has
I
gone
feel
up to
fine.
Will Ferrell one day and said, "Can I pay you $1,000 to scream at my crotch?"
Man, you know Ralphie though, when he's older, just like can only fucking finish to completion while he's wearing that bunny suit though. It's become such an integral part of his sex life because he hated it so much
Hey,
it
Matt.
became what he lust over.
Hey Matt, why are you wearing that stupid bunny suit?
It's just Ralphie with a huge fucking erection. Why are you wearing this over here?
You people disgust me, and just like zooms out, you see his erection.
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit? I can't take it off.
It's just a rabbit inside of human skin just forced in it, like sticking out of the wrong parts.
Itty.
Why
Anyway,
did I picture Connor be like, oh, and then he backs away from his desk and you see his erection. He's like, oh.
my toe.
Or
There
that
you
one
go.
gif you keep, or that one picture you keep sending Ben
You
of
know
the
what?
guy at the
I
desk.
give you a thumbs up, Matt. I give you a thumbs up.
Feet in this.
Free feet for free in this economy?
You know, I'm
I'll pay
not
for that.
into feet, but I just don't like yours.
No, I get it. It's not for everyone.
Like, cause
But
you know
I'm sure
how
there's
there's
some-
you know how you always made that joke like when we were watching Fantasia, and you're like, you know what? You know what's really going to impress these guys? If I start naming all the dinosaurs. But you know what? It landed me, so it worked.
Then again, I mean, Ben traumatized us when he fucking lost his fucking toenail, and it had
That was that was a picture you could smell, man.
What
That
I
was
hate
rank.
more is the fact that he didn't act more concerned about it. He was like, I think my toe's gangrenous, and Ben, my God. That should have been a clear indication to at least go to urgent care and say, yeah, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, when you have Bloods and Crips fighting on your foot, it's definitely gang related.
Yeah, but hold on. Going there costs money.
He's in the military. He could just say, I fought for your scrawny asses. Now
I
I
mean, it may cost money, but
give me money and fix my toe.
They can't refuse you service, so you could just be in debt forever as well.
Actually, if you're a prior service veteran, you get up to 3 3 visits to an urgent care for free.
He went in for one toe, went in for a second toe, and then the third little piggy. On his next one, he gets a free snow cone.
The next one, the piggy cried, wee, wee, wee.
All the way home.
All the way
Anyways,
home.
So yeah, if you can prove veteran status, then you've got some sick days covered, I guess.
So, but back to me for a little bit. I did get a new job. I doxed myself on stream, so that was cool. But I will tell you something. It's retail. 2 days in, I finally said, no way I could do this forever. So progress is very slow getting, but I am getting started on the voice acting channel. The name for it, you don't have to write it down or anything. I mean, like the guy said, they will put out my info for it once I get it out there. The name of the channel is going to be called Ika Volcum, which is a weird pun based off of a few things I came up with. Firstly, I was playing Banjo-Kazooie, and there's a character by the name of Mumbo, a shaman. And when you grab a token of his, it's a platformer game, there are tokens. You grab a token, his voice comes out and says, Ika Volcum. It's kind of catchy and stuff. So then I heard it, and then randomly my autistic brain went Ika Volcum, and I was like,
there you go.
I feel like I'm left out of your story here.
no, you helped. No, I was getting back to the next part of it. Then I was telling Dalton about it. And then he basically told me that would work great. And we also learned that the first part of it, Ika, has a different meaning as well. It's a Hindu word, which usually talks about someone who... Damn it, I need to look up the definition again so I'm not blowing smoke out my ass. So give me 1 second.
Vocum is Latin for speech.
Yeah,
Vocum is Latin for speech.
And I brought that up, and then Connor did his autistic brain of Ika Vocum.
Yeah.
Ika Volcum was also the sound of when Dalton's ball popped out of Connor's butthole.
Anyways, so it says it's also a unisex name, a Punjabi name of the Hindi origin that means ace or one. It is often given to boys and is considered a strong and powerful name. So Dalton helped with the Latin part, and then looking at Ika, I kind of combined them both. The issue is I don't know how much it'll be accepted on some sites, because at one point I tried to type it in for a game, Ika Volcum. I think it was actually Marvel Rivals, and it got upset because the last part is spelled Vocum, and they were like, you can't have that. So in the worst case, if I have to change it, if I have to change it, it'll just be Vokum. So yeah,
all right. The K seems a lot cooler anyway.
It does, but I wanted to be
fuck
serious.
Yeah, you're doing shit, so round of applause.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So far, the only thing I've done so far is read one Cthulhu story, or Lovecraft story, excuse me. I will be doing other readings for books and stuff. I was hoping I was going to get Heart of Darkness this year, because I would have loved to have read that, but I didn't, so... And as much as I would say, I could totally buy it at some point, the job I work for pays me fucking... not a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, his next one is gonna be of Mice and Men, as read by Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
No. War and Peace. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
And once then I shit and piss.
Anyway, also, so I might also branch out with Twitch. Possibly. I haven't decided yet. If I do, I would just change my name from Tarek280 to just Ecovokum and start doing solo streams of my own, or maybe streams where I do voice stuff. I don't
There you
know.
go.
It's more of just, it's plans right now. But the reason I thought of that was because, well, kind of was inspired by half of Dalton and Jace. Speaking of Jace, I'm finished with updating myself. Jace, why don't you go and update the good peoples?
Basically, I haven't really been doing much on my end. Mainly, other than for when Dalton was having real slow internet, I was taking over the streams for a while. I shared it with Jordan and Connor and Ben every now and again when they wanted to stream something. I am streaming on my own channel now, twitch.tv/Tydonis. I'm still very, very small. I'm not affiliate yet. So Connor, I might need to borrow your feet.
You know what? Sure.
So, is everybody good?
I think so.
All right. Give me a minute.
I think what it was is something was interfering in my cable because I can still kind of see it, but not as bad.
It's
To
not
me,
as
it
bad.
seems like it's just picking up on lights flickering.
I don't have any flickering lights.
Okay.
We don't see anything yet, bud.
That song plays in my
Fucking damn it.
God.
He's cosplaying.
He's getting into character, which is fine because I did a bunch of cocaine
you
beforehand
motherfuckers.
to get into character.
I swear to God, these guys, I keep trying to do something creative with them, but then they just go and fuck off. They should be like, okay, I can have all these great skills, and I have all this equipment, all this fucking equipment right here. We can make a video, we can do movies and shit, but everybody just wants to fuck off and do their own fucking thing and snort lines of coke off a fucking ashtray, which oh shit, I still have some right there. Oh, full, goddamn! It's like that one fucking time that I decided to get into a relationship with a pregnant woman was a good idea. It was good there. Oh Jesus! But that's right. Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, maybe I could do something with a podcast. But then everybody wants to talk about fucking dick jokes and how they suck themselves off every 15 years ago. Like goddamn. Anyways, we're talking about John McAfee, guys.
Hell yeah.
Give this man an Oscar.
Get the small hands. Get the small hands.
All I gotta do is this.
Golf clap.
Because I wear the gloves.
This is the best I can do for you.
Look,
Okay.
see, same. It's the same. I'll take a shot to that, man. That's
I'll
commitment.
take a quick read for that one.
Jesus.
I call that meth head acting.
I think that you legitimately scared Connor.
You did.
I
didn't
think
know where he
there's
was
pee
going with
in
it.
his
went-
seat right now.
He went
I was about to
full
go
Alex
run.
Jones, man.
If there's not
Yeah.
piss in his seat, there's at least shit in there.
That was Alex Jones, like Matt said. That was Alex Jones.
It was just
like,
funny.
Crash out.
It was funny. I just look over at Connor and he's just doing.
Because I didn't know where he was going with it. I was getting nervous.
I feel kind of attacked.
Thought he was gonna roast everyone or like snap or finally like.
I mean, he
hit
kind
the
of did
breaking
if you
point.
listen to him.
A little bit.
Like, I almost want to think he did actual cocaine for the bit.
So, Connor, my friend, how do you feel about technology? How do you feel about drugs?
Drugs.
You asked the wrong person about drugs, buddy.
Yeah.
How do you?
Or did
How
he
do you?
ask the right
Hold
person?
up. How do you feel about millionaires?
I
Hate them. Hate them all.
All
Ask
right.
the poor people how they feel about rich people. We don't like them.
How-
They got more money than
So,
us.
collective question: how do y'all feel about unhinged tech millionaires who know how to party?
I guess.
Hey, man, if Dalton's bought me Taco Bell plenty of times before, man. I've been there, buddy.
So, I asked this because we're probably talking about, or we're going to be talking about someone who is probably in line for having his own goddamn script for the most unhinged movie in history that Michael Bay would have a wet dream in directing.
Why do you have
Michael
a heavenly
Bay.
aura? Why do you have a heavenly
You
aura
look like you
around
just
you?
came from heaven.
Yeah, it really did for a moment.
Like you were just bright, just like.
Because he went from black to white, but he's like white, but like his butthole's black, so like it kind of balances out. He's gray. That nigga
It
gray.
ain't black when I get over there. I'm gonna tell you what.
It's mostly white, mostly.
Anyway,
I mostly
Anyways.
come at night, mostly.
let Ben do his thing.
All right, so John David McAfee was probably the most unhinged dude with more money than you'll ever have in your fucking life to walk this earth, ever. Disregarding monarchs and shit, of course. All right. So, the dude was a military brat, born on a military base in England to a household with an alcoholic father who later blew his own brains out. So it's safe to say that he was fucked up from an early age.
Also,
Is this
he's
Caleb's
allowed to,
story?
but I can't.
No, not so much, because I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. So, though he was quick to adopt his own philosophy in the aftermath, which was honestly very level-headed for someone so fucked up. It was. You can trust no one. It's not a cynical thing. I trust people to be people, to act in their own self-interest. If you understand it, you can use that. Yeah, that's fucking smart. That's fucking smart. That being said, I guess it's safe to say that the trauma from early childhood didn't mess with his academics. He was good enough to be accepted into Roanoke College in Virginia, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in mathematics. Quite contrary to our very own Matthew Wendia.
Nice.
He's just a cute face. That's all he is.
Damn
Get a
Skippy.
diversity hire.
It's called
I'm a tax write-off, goddammit.
He's a cute face in a tight hole.
God damn it. The college later saw fit to award him an honorary Doctor of Science degree in 2008, but he never even got that far in real life, all thanks to his dick, as he transferred to Northeast Louisiana State College to go for a doctorate in math, but ultimately got kicked out in 1968 for fucking a graduate student that later became his wife. So, what's up?
What a champion!
Dude, because I know nothing about him other than the McAfee pop-ups I would get all the time, but I did my due diligence and watched like some YouTube fucking breakdowns of him, and pretty wild, man. The first half, like his rise to fame, and then there's like the downfall. He lived a crazy life, dude. It's insane. I believe the clinical term would be he's bananas.
Bananas as fuck.
He's knucking futs.
I think my favorite way of saying that is how John Tron said it one day, which was 100% but fucking sane.
Yeah. So, post-college, the dude really got around job-wise. He worked for the likes of Univac, Xerox, and even NASA at one point, actually working on the Apollo space program. Like, no fucking joke. Of course, this was while taking every known illicit substance known to man, with being fired from a job after being outed for daily snorting a shit ton of cocaine while drinking in his office.
Yeah, but they would, because I forgot which job he was at, but they let him do cocaine. Like, just let him do what he does. He does it better than anyone else. So they just let him do his own shit, because he was good at it.
Oh, I'm about to get to that shit. Of course, he's got to be a drug-related wonder of the world for all the shit he was able to hold down while under the influence. He honestly thrived in some instances, like you said, where he was known to have been quite amazing at optimizing train routes on the fly while being completely blasted out of his mind on an acid trip.
Sounds like my Uncle Steve.
Oh, really?
Now, it was, I didn't have this written because I was double checking some sources and I ran across something interesting. What ultimately got him fired from train scheduling shit was he decided to snort a line of DMT. Right?
Yeah, I'll see you in the next couple million years, buddy, even though it's going 15 minutes.
I'm gonna be honest.
What's up?
I'm gonna be honest. I they're gonna say he got fired because he fucked an employee there who would later become his wife.
Oh no no. He snorted a line of DMT, didn't feel anything. He proceeded to inhale the whole fucking bag that he had. And then
champion.
And people found him outside in the bushes, fucking butt-ass naked.
Can we talk about how most people will be like, what a strange man, but Jason's up here like,
legend.
He's the greatest hero I've ever heard of. I wish he was my father.
This is on par with like the life of Ernest Hemingway as well.
Dude, speaking of drugs, what did this guy take? Well, starting at a younger age with the stereotypical weed, he eventually expanded into much harder shit. He went from cocaine to acid to bath salts, and even tripped throughout his own universe with DMT. And lest we forget the copious amounts of alcohol, which was a mainstay of his escapades. I believe it was scotch or bourbon that was his particular favorite.
See, but even then, other than the bath salts, those are pretty decently recreational use drugs. Those are ones you can take them, get your kicks. It's not like heroin or meth where it grabs you by the balls and then this is your life now. If he did heroin, this would be a different story. He would not be as fucking successful as he was.
I mean, if anybody would know, it'd be this motherfucker right here.
I know a lot about it.
So, for a good long while, he went from high-paying job to high-paying job after quitting or getting shit canned in every one of them before coming across the world's first computer virus. I believe this happened when he was either working at NASA or Lockheed.
I think it was Lockheed.
It might have been Lockheed. In 1986, a virus that was simply called the Brain was infecting computers all over the country. It wasn't anything bad, but just simply a project concocted by a pair of Pakistani computer nerds of all things.
Yeah, dude, they sent it out to everyone that wasn't in Pakistan so they could get business by taking it off of their fucking computer. Kind of a brilliant business model, actually, if you think about it.
It's fantastic. Nobody knows anything about fucking computers, and here they're like, "Here we go. We're going to make you turn it off and on again forever."
No, I just wanted to see Bob's and Vagine on the court.
Yes.
Is that why they're the ones who are always in call centers?
No, you're thinking of Indians, not Pakistanis.
They're the
You
same.
interrupted me while I was trying to find it, Bobs. What the hell do you want? Just turn it off and
The
over
brown
again.
ones,
Fuck
the
that,
brown ones with funny language, man. They're all the same.
Well,
There's too
not
many.
only that, like literally, if Britain never came into the picture, they would literally be the exact same country.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of things would be better if people just didn't come into their pictures.
God damn.
He's got a point.
Yeah, there's not a page in my fucking yearbook that isn't splattered with cum, dude.
Is there at least a splooge for me?
You were all of them. What are you talking about? Most likely to commit suicide by 40, dude.
I'll drink to that.
That's not typed in there. He just wrote that in there with a red crayon.
Yeah.
He wrote that in with the red part of his cum.
Well, I mean, the blood their blood's already supposed to be in the semen, so that's what. Fuck you! You can't leave. Fuck you!
Get back here, you bitch!
He's going to commit suicide.
Hey, bastard! Why are you running away, bastard?
Hey, bastard, buddy, bastard! What the fuck?
Commit suicide on the fucking stream. We just constantly use it as a joke at the end of it.
You know what? If I'm going to call it now, if this episode doesn't get us canceled, nothing will.
Hey man, the lead singer of Mayhem killed himself, and the guitarist took a picture of it and used it as the cover of their live album.
You're kidding me.
Reduce,
Dude, they're
reuse,
one of the,
recycle.
like, if you get into like the satanic black metal, like the origins of it with all the church burnings, it was Mayhem and Burzum, and they were like trying to out hardcore the other person, and then their lead singer dead. Fucking, he slit his wrist and shot himself with a shotgun, and their guitarist Euronymous ended up going there, saw it, took a picture of it. Supposedly took out little fragments of the skull and made necklaces to pass out to the rest of the band members. But then they used that picture as their first live album cover of their first. Yeah,
what
dude.
is this called?
The band's called Mayhem.
Makes you
Bro.
wonder if fucking Dave Grohl ran across Kurt Cobain, if he would have done the same thing.
What we could do with Connor is like do the whole phobia thing, like breaking vision.
Yes.
Instead of dark, it's all white.
Yeah, the album's called Dawn of the Black Hearts. But,
I saw it. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's their first singer, man. He fucking slit his wrist and blew his head open with a shotgun. And that's how metal they are. They decided to put it as an album cover, dude. That's so fucking hardcore.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, when you nickname yourself Dead and all you talk about is wanting to die, like, oh shocker!
I didn't ask to be called out like this, man.
Hey, by the way,
You don't ever ask for shit, man.
we can hear you when you're talking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was me just like kind of.
Yeah, who was that girl you were spitting on?
That was your mom.
I was very,
Oh, tell her hi.
I was very proud when she was able to say such a long word for it.
Oh my god. No, mainly what I was muttering was about just like random like I guess voice acting stuff if I said lines or whatever for just lines if I was demoing.
Oh, this is
One I tried was like a kind of a gruff, depressed veteran where like after killing someone, one down, infinity to go.
we're gonna isolate that sound file and we're gonna use that as a trailer for this episode.
Let's go.
I picture him just like Jack Skellington trying the Santa, like ho ho ho, ho ho.
I mean, I'm gonna be
ho.
doing shit like that soon if this takes off. Maybe
So-
I'll be the guy sitting there going,
Anyway,
ho ho, Brittany, ho
We're-
ho,
more
Melanie.
absurdity.
So, anyways, so honestly, they part of it was just to see how far their little virus would go, right?
Yeah.
They even had their own address and phone numbers to contact them in order to get it was printed in the freaking code. So if you looked up the fucking virus, it'd be like, "Hey, buddy, here's our address, here's our phone number. Tell us how far it went, and we will help you with getting rid of it, buddy. You know."
Praise Allah, we are totally Indian.
I
Yeah,
just wanted
exactly.
my 72 box at the game.
So, anyways, McAfee saw this and came up with a program that would delete it over the course of a fucking day. The dude's just fucking typing around autistic as fuck until it happened, right? Seeing that he could sell this to people, since it was infecting systems all over the place, he essentially made the first ever antivirus. He fucking made it free for everybody, but companies had to pay a subscription. So it's like free demo, but you pay, you know? From then on, he went on to make his company named McAfee Associates and quickly became a publicly traded company in 1992, where the company gained over $40 million the moment it went live.
And
Like-
blew it
Damn
all.
it.
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
You're close, Connor.
He blew a lot of it on hookers and cocaine, yes.
Did a lot of blow on hookers.
He did a lot of hookers on blow and cocaine. He did a lot of cocaine on hookers and wait, what?
Yeah, it
But-
snort the shit out of a hooker.
So the introductory price and everything, everyone bought into it, and they went up to $40 million in worth, right? Once you're on top, sadly, the fun's got to stop. I say this in reference to the apparent culture in the company when he ran it, where former employees allege that the whiteboards were used to keep score of how many sexual conquests they have
yeah.
on the books with a competitive spin on it, adding to the behavior of the allegations that full-blown fucking was happening on the desks in the office, and you were given extra points attributed to where in the offices you fucked. So if you fucked in the broom closet, you got like 1 point. If you fucked on the fucking CEO's desk, you got like 5.
It was literally just like the company from the IT crowd. Like, that's the kind of place this company is, Jin. Not a lot of work happening, a bunch of sexy people having sex with each other.
Are we?
Right? Sexy
Are we
time.
Are we glossing over the fact that this is just starting to sound like Wolf of Wall Street?
It is. It's very Wolf of Wall Street. But before Jordan Belfast or whatever his name was, there was John McAfee.
Jordan Belfort.
Yeah,
Jordan Belfort. Which, funny thing, there's a crossover, a slight cameo, if you will, with Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, they peed in each other's buttholes from a distance. It was great.
That's what that probably broke Ben.
You made fucking crown go up my nose.
God.
Oh, I bet that burned, didn't it, Ben?
Would
Are
it
you
burn
sinus-
as much as peeing a butthole? Probably. Who knows?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
How are your sinuses right now, Ben? They clear?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. So, goddamn. So, adding to the behavior is the Okay, hold on a second. Whoops, my bad. Shortly after they went public, the crew had to stop being public. And McAfee himself was forced to quit the company, selling all his shares for $100 million in 1994.
Damn.
That's basically fucking unlimited money, because you put that in a basic bitch savings account, you got 3% returns. That's $3 million a year. Like, what the
We're not
fuck?
doing anything.
Hold on. What year was this when he had to leave?
He had to leave in 1994.
Yeah,
And he
94.
got how much one more time?
$100 million.
$100 million in 1994 was a lot of money.
Yeah,
A lot of money
it's-
now.
Well, not as much because of inflation, but still.
Dude,
Yes,
you give me
I'm
a
very
fucking.
close to you.
I was
give me a-
too.
You give me $100 million, I can make that shit last for generations, so long as my kids and my grandkids aren't fucking retarded.
Yes,
They're retarded.
Yes, he did.
$100 million in 1994 is the equivalent in purchasing. Oh wow, that's a.
Anyways, this dude was in his late 40s, has what would be argued as basically unlimited amounts of money by any stretch of the imagination. Can we agree? Basically, like, even in 2024.
I
Like,
mean,
he's
for someone who's halfway intelligent.
yeah.
A lot of cocaine and hookers to buy, man.
However, he can't seem to slow down. He's tweaking like a cracked out Dave Chappelle, thinking of the next big thing for him to do. So, what does he do? He sinks $25 million of that shit into one of the first ever instant messaging programs, an Indian-themed app called Powwow. So I guess whenever you fucking chime in and set shit, it's like, hi, how are ya? Hi, how are ya? Hi, how are ya?
Hey,
You know,
hey,
I don't think it did that,
hey,
but all right.
how are you? How you doing here, buddy?
well, it's feather, not dot. You know, it's that shit.
I know, but that would be native. But all right.
Dean and
Yeah.
Bob's.
Vagina and bulbs.
I just want to get vagina and bulbs from you.
He
Running beer.
supposedly goes stone cold sober in buying a 10,000 square foot mansion in Colorado on over 280 acres of land and making a yoga retreat out of it. And last but certainly not least, a venture that can best be described as real world pod racing. I shit you fucking not. Shortly after selling his yoga venture, once it became successful enough that it became an actual job, he was not about that shit. John McAfee became intoxicated by the thought of flying small ultralight planes really close to the ground. So he made a whole thing out of it. Long story short, you take a small engine you usually find on a motorcycle or something, mount it on the back of what looks like a sidecar that has 3 wheels on it for landing gear. Use the landing gear, or use a hang glider for the lift as you travel at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour at altitudes at as low as 30 feet. Now, does that sound like fucking pod racing?
Sounds terrifying as fuck, and if I were you,
Yeah.
I would hire your nephew to train people and kill somebody.
You would
Yeah,
be.
oh shit, you got it. You fucking
I
read the cheat
did
notes.
research!
So it was called aero trekking, but it's basically pod racing, if you ask me.
Did he at least try spinning?
No.
It's a
But
good trick, though.
he started his own group about all that shit called the Sky Gypsies, and it proved to be pretty badass in the beginning as he scouted out areas designated for the sole purpose of being landing zones for the planes since they have a horribly short range and shit. So he was literally setting up checkpoints, right? And now this went on for a few years. Like, honestly, it was really, really good. It was really good. Until 2008. When the head of his Sky Gypsies program was his fucking nephew, which Mad led on to, is a 22-year-old named Joe Bitlow. He was the head flight instructor of the flight school that was set up specifically for this shit, but he only had the equivalent of an underage hardship license, which was a sport pilot for certificate. And so he was able to do shit, but not able to teach shit. And so they tried to use a fucking gray area to keep from getting sued because it's like, oh, this isn't a structured class, so we're gonna, he's just kind of showing you the ropes, That kind of bullshit.
Very underqualified.
Yes, which led to the death of a 61-year-old retiree. He just retired. He wanted to do something fucking fun, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, aero trekking, pod racing. I saw episode 1. Let's go." He dies. He fucking dies. They go into a box canyon and they can't pull out, and so, done.
So like what probably should have happened with Top Gun.
Not to be confused with Mo Bikes.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you think about it, like that descent and everything, and like them, like I just imagine them, like right into the side, like mission failure.
My
Do a barrel roll.
My aircraft-oriented autism is fucking screaming right now, but fuck it, I'm gonna leave that.
Would it be called aerialtism?
Aerialtism, I guess. Yeah, airtism. Airtism. But so anyways, ended up in a horrible crash. By this point, he was being hit with lawsuit after lawsuit. So, in an effort to act like he doesn't have much money left, he sold his property in Colorado, along with all of his aero trekking bullshit in New Mexico, claiming to be down to his last $4 or $5 million. Right? Still a shit ton of money. Whatever. While the surviving family members of the older man were seeking a huge payout. I think it was like 50, 60 million. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the
I don't
fucking
remember.
nephew was like, he died eventually too, didn't he?
Well, his nephew died on impact, but we're talking about the people who would have saw the other guy as like a father or a grandfather. Because
But even then,
was
like
61.
his family sued him too for money for the damages of their fucking kid dying as well.
I would imagine.
To be fair, the family was probably super jealous that John McAfee was being successful anyway, so they found a fucking reason to sue him.
This fucking nerd with his goddamn mathematics degrees.
That's probably what happened, honestly. Because
I just-
if I did that, like if I was rich, my family would come out of fucking nowhere trying to say,
I just pictured the family going, "Geez, thank God our stupid kid died. Anyway, let's sue this asshole."
yeah, right? It just.
I mean, I
Fuck
wish
about
it
the kid,
wasn't
let's
like
get a lot of
that,
money.
but people are fucking cruel.
I'll drink for that.
Or maybe they were really good people who were just super upset their kid got killed. I don't know which. Could be
I
either.
like to give that version of them being, our fucking son died. What are you gonna do about it?
Exactly. Instead of just
To be
being
fair,
like,
no
"Thank
amount
God,
of
let's-"
money can replace that shit. So
No.
Exactly.
But you
Just
That's
make
what
a money pile with your kid's shirt on it and stuff.
I literally put a topic down saying money doesn't buy happiness. It only gives temporary serotonin.
Yeah, it'll rent the fuck out of happiness for a while. I'll tell
But
you that
apparently,
much.
if you have drugs, you can prolong the serotonin.
have you ever seen someone sad on a jet ski?
have you ever seen someone sat on a Ferrari?
Have you ever seen someone sad? Never mind.
All
Yeah.
right.
What
right
does that
there.
mean, son?
I'm gonna say, okay, Daniel.
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the bumps and vagine.
Oh my god, why are we going back to this Indian stereotype that might be very, very
You
valid?
did it for 2 hours last
Bro,
night.
I don't know. I
you,
just
were,
really,
you did it a long time.
I just
Bro.
really loved how you said Bob's and vagine. It was so funny to me.
Dude, for 2 hours,
It's like-
man just kept doing the Indian accent on stream last night.
Lift up your shirt, present your skirt. I want to see Bob's and Virgin.
Like
yeah.
half of the entire stream was just Ben doing Indian accents.
Fine. They don't care.
And
Yeah.
it's not racist.
We don't
There
have
was-
any blonde white chicks in our fucking group anyway who gives a shit.
There was
so-
4 people that came into that fucking thing that wasn't us.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
sure they were steaming about it.
so in 2009, he moved to Belize after seemingly moving all of his money and hiding them in other companies that only exist to hold on to his funds. So basically shell companies, right?
Yeah.
And this is where
illegal?
This is where the real fun begins.
Hold on, aren't shell companies illegal?
Shell companies are illegal.
Bro, he's starting to sound like Anakin more and more.
So,
this is where the fun begins.
Yep. McAfee is in his early 60s at this point, right? And doesn't like the thought of getting old. Nor do we all. Or either of us. You know how it is. So, as he stakes his claim in a small Belizean tourist town called Ambergris Cay, he is frequently battling father time by taking shots of testosterone in his ass cheeks on the regular. Like fat bastard on an Ozempic binge.
Oh, sure, he does it. Oh, sure, he gets testosterone in his ass. He's just trying to fight father time. I do it with Matt, and I'm weird and fucking deranged.
Connor, you have to have testosterone to shoot into his ass.
Yeah, you got estrogen, bud.
He just gave me extra estrogen, man.
That's why he's so effeminate. You did it to him.
Damn.
Yeah,
Matt, why
I
didn't you
knew it
tell
was
me?
estrogen because his cum tasted like it couldn't figure out where it wanted to eat dinner.
What? Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Woo! Fuck yeah, I'll drink to that shit.
You just mortified that man, Matt. I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna have so much fun editing this shit. I
Oh
love
my
this.
God.
I love you guys. Okay.
Fucking God.
So,
Don't
He
overtake
pays-
that.
he pays the local construction workers close to double the average salary as they build his home, right?
Okay.
He's getting in their good graces. He starts a slew of small businesses and coffee shops in town, and even pays to have a new police station built while furnishing the local police with new weapons and equipment as well. So, good guy.
Yeah.
To put it plainly, everyone absolutely loved McAfee until he got settled in. In 2010, he ran into a 30-year-old Harvard graduate named Allison Adonisio. Do not try and spell it. I had to double check myself. What the fuck?
What name?
Allison Adonisio. Adenesio.
I don't know Spanish.
Yeah, fucking hell. And she was blonde at the time, I think. She was spending some time in Belize after obtaining her degree. A bit of a fucking gap year, I guess you could say. They began shooting the shit about the research she wants to do once she gets back into the US, which can essentially be summed up as natural remedies for medical problems that aren't bullshit. So the crystal healer, except without the crystal. McAfee, seeing an opportunity for another project, was like, well, you want some money? I'm swimming in it. Let's do some business together and research some shit. Even though he's half British, whatever the fuck. So just like that, the two start working together as he has a lab set up in country in the middle of the jungle. However, he had some interesting ideas regarding other things they could make to help fund it. The dude just couldn't stop thinking with his dick and pitches the idea that they make a drug that is meant to stimulate women's sex drive. They buy the shit up, and then they roll the profits from the industrial strength Shiagra into the medicinal research.
Shiagra?
Yeah,
it makes their clit super hard, so it just stares at you.
But anyways, it didn't last too long though, as
Of course it didn't.
As the compound was raided by the Belizean government, where they were under the suspicion that he was making some derivative of meth. No meth was found. However, there were communications later recovered from a site that was all about making illicit drugs from a chemical level and documenting the effects. Think if Walter White started a Reddit just for making drugs. McAfee was talking very thoroughly with various people about a drug called alpha PHP. The best description I have heard so far regarding this drug is that it was a better cocaine that was strictly addictive in the scariest of ways, as if Adderall punched you in the dick.
Yeah,
Which-
I would be all about that, man. I'm not even gonna lie, probably.
Which this actually, I have to shout out some of my sources with this shit. One of my sources with this portion comes from a Behind the Bastards podcast episode where they did a two-parter on him. But anyways, it has been theorized that this was what he had ended up working on in the lab, since the stuff needed to make it wasn't illegal, and he wasn't brought up on any charges. Basically, it was kind of super meth. It's kind of like super meth, especially if you go onto the site that he was on. I don't remember what the site was, but the person chronicled how he fucking felt day by day, and he was like the high was indescribable. It was better than meth, better than cocaine, better than anything he's ever
On
had.
day 4 and 5, when all he said was "I am God," I was like, "All right, I gotta try this shit. Let's do it."
He was fucking noticeably shaking and shit, and he was like, when I took the next hit, it didn't taper off like meth or cocaine. It was a constant high. The dude was fucking tweaked out of his fucking mind, but documenting it. Now, after this, he decided to go back to his big-ass house in Ambergris Cay and ended up taking one hell of a harem with him. He had referred to each and every one of them as his girlfriends, and even paid them to do things like shit directly in his mouth from a hammock.
Hey, Jace, is he still your hero? Is he still your hero?
The hammock's a real nice touch because you can just shit through the ropes.
Thank you, Matt. I'm sure we could all infer that the moment he mentioned it.
Instead of Ambergris Cay, it should be hammock shit pay, because he paid them $1,200 to do that shit.
Bro, some crazy old dude wants to pay me $1,200.
Wait, like
I'll
12?
fucking
Like,
shit on anybody for money, man.
$1,200 in freedom bills.
but that's 1,200.
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like I could keep my dignity, and I'll be
Connor,
okay.
you can pay your rent
You
for
have no
like 2
dignity
months.
to keep.
But regardless,
That's a thumbs up.
all I gotta say is hopefully
There he goes
dude
again.
all I gotta say is hopefully the dude wore a bib when he was doing this shit, right? Like literal
Fuck
shit.
no, what you do is you
No.
wear a fucking dog cone around your head so you can capture it all.
Oh my god.
No. Instead of a lobster bib, you have a bib with Mr. Hanky printed on it.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. Pay bitches to shit on you.
As this was going on, he proceeded to gain an ever-growing cast of bodyguards and guard dogs for his compound, right? The dogs were not kept on a very tight leash, or any leash for that matter, as they proceeded to terrorize the beach and even lash out at people who were passing by. On top of all of that, supposedly in an effort to provide a service to the people of the outlying Brazilian town, or Belizean town. What the fuck, Brazilian? What the fuck? McAfee essentially made his own personal militia, a team of ex-convicts and criminals who were outfitted with military-style uniforms and weapons. Their job mostly pertained to patrolling the area to enforce a curfew that McAfee set up in order to stem any kind of illicit criminal acts in the said area. Now, that was how he allegedly put it, but these guys didn't seem to have any protocol, and basically...
Fuck no, he made a militia.
It was basically boiled down to fucking around with you, or even starting conflict if you were caught... Oops, excuse me, too much fucking crown. If you were caught an hour past the 8 o'clock curfew time, which they were wannabe commandos, right? And maybe you think Robert Downey Jr.'s character of Tropic Thunder if they got all their shit from Wish.
I'm a dude disguised as a dude, kind of another dude.
It was at this point where McAfee started to lose some favor with the town, obviously, because he's beating them up. And with the town and the expat residents of the area. Apparently, there was a decent number of people who were from the United States that once they got a decent amount of money that they were able to live in a low-cost area for the rest of their life, they would move there. One of those was a retired Navy veteran by the name of Greg Fall. I imagine Matt knows about this guy.
Not to be confused with Greg Jump.
Actually, no, he got a transitionist now. His name is Greg Autumn.
I'll bring to that. I'll bring to that.
Jesus Christ, this man. I'm surprised he didn't just die from E. coli.
Or his counterpart, Gregory Spring.
Nice.
So, the dude was a neighbor of McAfee and often had issues with those dogs of his, right?
Can't possibly imagine why.
I know, right? After some confrontations with those biting bastards, he confronted McAfee and said that if he didn't get his mutts under control, Greg would poison them. Shortly after this exchange, the dogs did indeed seem to be poisoned. To spare them the suffering, McAfee shot them all in the head. And later
What
on,
if they weren't even poisoned? They were just like mildly sick, and it's like, I gotta shoot these fucking things, man.
there's like,
Oh, sorry, Fluffy, you have a cold? Oh, here, let me solve that for you.
I got a nice dose of lead right
No,
here.
Maul, it's my dog.
I have a bone to pick with you.
And then right after it, he just hit the girlfriend next to him.
Did you just shoot your dog? Shut up and shit in my mouth.
Shut up and shit.
So,
Ooh, shut up and shit on
Sorry, I can't shit here. We don't have a hammock.
oh, fun fact, he had a hole cut in the hammock just so that they can fucking part their cheeks and let it rip.
Dude, if I'm setting up a place for someone to, like, I want them to, yeah, you got to make preparations.
I would make it if I was that deranged, I would make it a permanent rule that anytime you're about to do it, you have to say, Beyblade, let it rip.
Preparation H.
I mean, that's why I just keep the ropes tied on our bedposts just whenever I need them. They're
No,
already
what
there.
you do is you have it all set up, and then you just rip the anal plugs out like a Beyblade.
Yes! Anal beads, let the kinetic energy flow.
He's a maniac.
Like under there with the chair.
That was the joke.
I know, I get it.
Wants a hug.
And she's shitting like she's not on laxatives.
So regardless, so the dogs are fucking poisoned. McAfee spares them the suffering by injecting him with medication, 45 hollow point, I guess. I don't fucking know. A couple of days later, his neighbor ends up being found dead with a gunshot wound to the head.
I bet it was one of the girlfriends.
Probably one of the ghosts of the dogs.
Oh, fun fact about this one. One.
Quick.
One of his girlfriends, supposedly, wanted to shoot him and steal his money because he kept his fucking money in goddamn contractor trash bags and shit. It was like in fucking cash, just fucking stowed around the place.
Of course he was.
She decided to steal his sidearm and try and shoot him in the head, in order to get away with the money and shit, right? At the very last second, she pulled it to the left, shot into the wall. The dude woke up, and her punishment was he got her a separate bungalow right next door.
How dare you try to kill me? Go next door.
He's like, no, shame on you. You go to the guest house.
And you better hit me up when you're on that hammock again, bitch.
You better eat Mexican.
And I swear if you take laxatives to cheat, I'm gonna be pissed.
I said I want to be shit on the head, not shot in the head. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Too many things.
Hey,
Here's
man,
the
we're
us.
coming back from a hiatus. You better go fucking hard.
Us?
Connor,
Like,
Connor, I'm all for shit talking, but that was a mouthful.
Like Church of Fudge.
I don't even have a hammock for that, bro.
It's a bit nutty.
John McAfee on a normal day.
Yes! Yes!
Let her rip.
Oh,
I don't know why I have napkins here, but
Oh, sweetheart, you have an upset stomach? Here, take a seat on this hammock.
come on, poop on me. Right here.
So,
I just with my hands.
he was called to questioning, right? Because, I mean, hey, you've got several confrontations with this dude. He ends up with a fucking hollow point in his head. He's your next door neighbor. There's a lot of shit connecting you, but there's nothing hard, right?
Poison the dogs, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a shooting on my neighbor. Wasn't me.
I mean, it's getting kind of sus, but no hard evidence.
Yeah. So, while there was nothing hard pinning him to the crime, evidence-wise, the police did want to bring McAfee in for questioning, due to the issues said before. Instead of doing so, though, the dude decided to go on the run. When they came
on the run.
When they came to get him from his home, he resorted to burying himself in sand, which miraculously worked.
Yeah, he did the fucking.
He Looney Tunes them.
He Looney Tunes their ass, bro.
Bro, it's like the fucking assassination classroom when he's just chilling, like it's just his face.
Yeah.
Octopus trap.
Once he shrugged off the cops, he began his next adventure in being on the run from the Belizean government, or so he said. And he started live blogging his journey and uploading videos to fucking Twitter as he went on the run. To much fanfare with everyone who followed his antics throughout his time in 2012. Right? The dude was quite honestly off his fucking rocker, saying he was not being pursued for the murder of Greg Fall, but that he had hacked the government and discovered a metric shit ton of corruption. Right? Like,
I wish I would have known this earlier, because I would have followed this guy. Just what did he do today?
The CIA has failed 9 audits in a row. The last audit they failed was the night that Mike Tyson threw his fight with Jake Paul.
To that, I shall drink again. Fucking shit.
What? Never mind.
It gets better. It gets fucking better.
We're not even to the Jeffrey Epstein part yet.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more, and this one's a screamer.
It's a squeamer.
Hold her tighter. She's a fighter Schneider. Let's go.
So, anyways, while this was going on, the dude even had reporters go along with him on his adventures while he goes on from one shitty disguise to another, which could sometimes be as simple as a blonde wig you would see on some kind of untyped Karen-esque bitch before. And like he'd be like fucking, he'd have a blonde side shaved Karen wig and fucking sunglasses and shit, and he's like, "Hello, I am John McAfee." You know, fucking.
He would dress like a housewife that's trying to look like she hasn't been beaten.
He's the desperate housewife of Belize.
Yeah, dude.
My name's John. Oh shit! Let me wipe my mouth. Blonde Dak of free.
It is John Mac of a lot of fleas.
John McAvoy.
Sir, you still have shit on your face, buddy.
John McAmalfoy.
Oh no, that's not mine. That's one of my girlfriends. I mean, shit.
Bro,
hello, I am John
I just thought of his
Malkovich.
defense when they were like, "Hey, I think you killed this guy. Does it look like there's shit in his mouth?"
Sometimes bullets just do that.
Bro,
Your
I woke
Honor-
up and I just watched the bullet leave the fucking house.
Your
Here's
Honor,
the-
with respect, you weren't even there. Shut up.
Sir, the Chewbacca defense.
It does not make sense.
Here's the fucked up part, though.
Now it's fucked up.
So,
Yeah.
before too long, a field reporter for Vice posted a picture of McAfee.
Yeah, he
on
went
their
along with them
website.
on the boat and everything, dude.
Yeah, he went along with them on the boat, and he forgot to remove the fucking metadata on that fucking picture. So they fucking basically pinned him in Guatemala. And so he was apprehended shortly by Guatemalan authorities and was in jail pending extradition back to Belize for illegally immigrating into Guatemala.
Oh, that's why he got in trouble.
While this
It's
was
always
happening,
the little shit, man, that gets them.
Yep.
here's some fucking Looney Tunes shit though. While this was happening, the dude faked a heart attack and was sent to the fucking emergency room, and that gave his lawyer just enough time to get him switched from Belize for extradition to the United States.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, dude, he pulled I feel mighty bad right now. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop.
And so, since he wasn't formally charged with the murder of Greg Fall, he basically skirted everything by going to the U.S.
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm the
and
only
right
person
before he
who
left,
probably-
I was gonna say right before he left, he painted a huge like black hole that all the police ran into because they thought it was a tunnel.
I swear to God, I'm probably the only person in this call right now who despises this man for how much of a POS he is.
It's actually kind of funny that you say that, Connor.
Oh,
The
God.
surviving family
But wait,
members.
there's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. The surviving family members didn't let him off that easily. They couldn't file a criminal lawsuit, but they were able to file a civil lawsuit for basically it was unneeded, or however you can file a fucking murder lawsuit without it being lawful. The unintended death. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, but like, how did they get John McAfee out of Guatemala with the McAfee removal tool?
Hey, there we go. You came up with that right on the fly, didn't
No, I didn't. I have a list of jokes that I've just been waiting for.
you? Fuck yeah, finding John McAfee. But anyways, so they filed a civil lawsuit against the dude, right? He never showed up to court, and so
Of course he did.
the judge ruled in default against him in favor of the fucking plaintiff, and set restitution at $25 million. Holy fucking shitballs. So here's a guy who is an outright genius by all accounts, but is a total nutjob elderly playboy who is constantly drunk or on drugs and is paranoid as all hell, while potentially embellishing in delusions of grandeur as he becomes a mix of elderly Solid Snake and Leisure Suit Larry, all while skirting questioning about a murder he may or may not have played a part in. What does the dude have left to do at this point? Run for president, of course.
Yes,
Fucking
Yes!
facepalm.
he went for it.
Yes!
Fucking facepalm.
It's the next logical move, man.
Vote for John McAfee. I'll shit on the competitors.
I honestly, hot take here.
I vote for him.
I was willing to vote for him if he got the Libertarian
I would
nominee.
have rather voted for Trump. Unironically.
You can't vote anyway.
I know I
fuck it.
can't. I'm just saying.
You're not
Hey,
American. You
All
can't
the people
vote.
who texted Connor didn't care.
Right?
Yeah, they kept texting me saying, "Who the fuck you voting for?" And I was never offended when I got ones from Trump. I was only annoyed when I got ones from Kamala because it was the same as her ads of, "I need a donation. You are literally rich. Go to hell."
Fuck yeah. There you go.
And I mean that.
Your heart's in the right place. We just got to work on your mind.
I wish I had an extra knuckle so my middle fingers were bigger.
Flex my middle finger at him.
He's like, "Eeeh."
You need to have muscles on your middle fingers.
It's like
All
the
right.
doing tonight on Aqua Teen Hungerverse. I'm flipping you off as hard as I can, Fry Man.
So, in 2016, he threw his hat in the ring for president and actually became relatively close to being the third-party option behind Trump and Hillary Clinton. He was second to Gary Johnson, who won the Libertarian nominee. It is fucking
Well,
crazy.
he was pretty fucking close, man.
Yeah, which is actually kind of funny because he originally started. This is completely unscripted. Because I was following this for a while. He originally started his own thing called the Cyber Party, his own fucking political party, but it didn't gain much traction. So he's like, you know what? Fuck this. What other parties do we have? Okay, Trump's got fucking Republican Party. Okay, Hillary's in the Democratic Party, and they're just kind of So fuck it, Libertarian it is. Let's go. I like snorting coke and banging hookers. Let's do this shit. So he fucking goes in, and he is number 2 next to the actual nominee, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. So, anyways, this was despite being busted. No, I almost forgot. When he threw his hat in the ring, he submitted all the paperwork and everything. This is like between 2 weeks to a month from when he got busted for a DUI in Tennessee.
That was the only thing that stopped him, wasn't it?
No. But no, he's like, no, Gary Johnson was pretty good. He had the gift of gab. But, anyways,
Bro, I have a question.
what's up?
No.
How the fuck was he even able to run for president?
Because he's an American citizen. He was born on American soil because he was born on a military base in England.
Okay, yeah, military brat. That
So
makes
you,
sense.
so you know on how there's mudslinging, he did shit slinging, and to be honest, everyone's like, "That's pretty good. You're in, man." He said, "Well,
Dude,
I was just
if the
born."
dude did shit slinging, he needed a straw because he was just spitting that shit out.
It looked more like deer pellets at that point.
But yeah, no, he
dear.
actually had to answer for the DUI and the presidential run at the same time on national television. It was fucking hilarious.
I need to spoil
In my
myself for
defense,
something
I
right
was left unsupervised.
In
my
20
defense, I was sober.
Oh, fun fact. Whenever he came back to the United States, he came in through Florida and met a Florida-based hooker who he later married that offered him a blowjob, but he instead paid her to lay down in his room and cuddle.
Hey, that's an easy night, man. You don't gotta taste anyone's fucking salt. It's a great.
And she ran from her pimp shortly after and just basically hitched herself to him.
So I decided to spoil myself and looked a bit ahead about what's coming next for this whole like autobiography.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. Fuck that guy. All the things.
Connor, it's just a biography.
What?
Wow.
Who? What?
So
Well, Connor said
need more-
autobiography. Autobiography means he wrote it. This has been written.
Sorry.
So-
My bad.
You're good. I'm just keeping you updated.
So, in 2020, he decided to go at it again, but this time from a very different angle, as he was on the run from the IRS, of all people, for tax fraud.
That's
He
what
had-
he gets in trouble for.
That'll get you, man. Don't fuck with money.
Not for evading the law in Belize. Not for faking a heart attack. Not for
Killing your neighbor.
animals because they were poisoned. Not for killing a man. Not for taking dumps or getting
Allegedly
dumps. Shut
killing
up!
his
No,
neighbor.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, he didn't. I have decided in my universe. He
Allegedly.
didn't.
Allegedly.
I don't care.
That could get
Out
you
of
in trouble,
all
Connor.
of the vile piece of shit things he did, he gets in trouble for goddamn tax fraud.
I mean, that's how they got Al Capone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but that was more of like a legitimate attack to get him for tax evasion. Like they did shit to like nail him for it, and they got it. This is legitimately a moment of, hey, remember that fucked up guy? What do we have him for? We finally have him for something.
They just
Tax
have
fraud.
like a fucking naked chick sitting in a hammock with like another net over there waiting.
It's like a box, like just a big ass box right beside it. Like,
Yes.
I already. Oh, by the way, I saw a picture of him on Wikipedia when I looked him up, Ben. Jesus Christ, he looks like the world has just smacked his shit in. Like, bro looks like he did, like, drugs did him, not the other way around.
There's a picture of him with cocaine all over his face next to a bunch of hookers that he took himself and uploaded.
Yep.
That's not even like an AI or like a meme. That's just him like, what's up, bro?
Actually,
Like and
as a matter of
subscribe.
fact,
Let me be your next president.
his YouTube channel originally he had uploaded in 2013 how to uninstall McAfee antivirus, and he was surrounded by hookers while snorting bath salts. Like he was looking honestly kind of like this.
he's probably the
Like,
reason
oh
a lot
my
of people
God.
know how to
Holy
do
shit.
bad songs.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened since I paid that
You just have flour on your fucking shit or something. What is? Yes, dude. That's awesome, man.
That's commitment to the bit.
Yes, that's fucking
Don't get rid
committing
of
to
it.
the bit.
Leave it
This
on
is the-
there. Leave
This
it
is
on
the
there.
worst thing to happen ever since I paid that Bangkok prostitute to do my taxes while I was fucking my accountant. Oh, God.
You know, and
Anyway,
actually, if he is, when he does get arrested, like if he does, they're looking for him for the murder charges and shit. But even then, the McAfee trial is only going to last 30 days.
Oh, damn it. Now we have to buy the full experience. How much is it? $9.99. Damn it, that's too much.
Oh my god.
Get the flower on, Ben.
That's a good one.
Oh, I'm
It's
keeping
still,
it.
it's still there. It's still there.
Oh, I saw him just do that.
When he did the first little bit, man, he had it was a little wider there, and I was like, okay, he did something.
Anyways, please
anyways.
continue. I want you to get to my favorite part of the story.
So in 2020, he decided to go at it again, but this time it was a very different approach as he was on the run from the IRS of all people for tax fraud. Now, bear in mind, this is after he had been posting multiple videos on, I think, YouTube and also Twitter. Definitely Twitter. I'm not sure about YouTube. All right. Anyways, I've had quite a bit of fucking crap. Like,
Yeah, I think it's time to cap it.
That was a separate
half
person
full.
burping.
Would you tell John McAfee he needs to cap it? No.
No, because he'd probably
Keep
shoot
going.
me.
So he had admitted to not
Allegedly.
paying his taxes for 8 years straight.
Oh wow, what a nice guy.
Taxes are
So-
bullshit.
Oh, dude, taxes
I'm kind of
are-
on his side on this one, actually.
right.
Damn it! Don't side with the fucking mental
Yeah,
patient.
taxes are fucking
So-
theft, bud.
So
I'm not saying
he-
taxes aren't good or bad. I'm just saying quit siding with the fucking psycho.
sometimes the psycho has the right idea, just the wrong implementation.
Name
Look,
one
I
psycho
don't
who
like
had
the
right idea.
hookers because I'm very dedicated to my wife, but I'll take
Listen.
some of that cocaine.
There are
Here's-
many insane people throughout all of history who had the right idea.
I mean,
Name
Connor,
one.
Fucking Darwin was insane. Nikola Tesla, Hitler.
I mean, Connor, remember, sanity and genius are never bedfellows.
Hey, you fucking played Mass Effect 1.
Genius and
Genius
madness
and-
are two sides of the same coin.
I'll,
And then
I'll
immediately I skipped it just so I could punch Manuel in his stupid jaw.
I'll
Good night,
say
Manuel.
this.
Say
I'll
goodnight,
say
Manuel.
this. I will say this. Regardless of where people end up in regards to being a piece of shit or fucking awesome, that doesn't mean that they don't have good anecdotes of advice for you to follow. Just don't go down the fucking rabbit hole that they did.
Look, if you're gonna have a girl shit in your mouth, just make sure she eats something solid. Don't have her on laxative. That shit
There
is
you
nasty.
fucking go. Or if you feel like a bit of a Slurpee, then
Hey,
have
hey,
a Taco Bell.
Man, soup in, soup out, baby.
If Dalton's shitting in your mouth, serve him brisket.
Is it
Was
over?
that the one, Dalton?
No.
Was that the one?
Is it over?
No.
No, it's not. No,
We-
boy.
We still got a
Keep
couple
going.
more loops on
Well,
this
you
little-
kept interrupting him while he was trying to finish it.
So,
Fair enough.
he got his dogs, his now former prostitute wife, who he met in Florida, and a gaggle of goons and guns, where he set sail on a boat bought from the Wolf of Wall Street himself,
Jordan Belfort.
Yep, Jordan Belfort, and conducted his whole campaign on a fucking boat while in exile, while in the States hold on a second. While people in the States do a V for Vendetta style takeover of speeches with with masks of his face on their heads. Needless to say, it didn't make much of a splash. So basically, he had them hooked up to him through like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or something. Like, think of like a Skype call, right? They have a Skype call set up, and he fucking jacks in, and then the Skype call is hooked up to a Bluetooth speaker, which is hooked up to a fucking bullhorn, and they just put it up against their mouth and be like, "I am John McAfee," and yeah, that's the bullshit that he does. He did a V for Vendetta style campaign with fucking McAfee masks.
He did this shit in international waters?
No, well, he conducted it in international waters. Everybody that did it was stateside.
No, that's what I'm saying. He himself were in international
Yeah,
waters.
he knew
Yes.
he was evading shit, so he's just like, you can't touch me.
What a champion!
Right? Fucking badass, right?
Can't touch this.
He's a piece of shit. I agree with Connor.
Thank you.
Still a badass though.
But regardless, it didn't make much of a splash, pun intended. And he was eventually caught and sent to a Spanish jail where he awaited extradition. Or he awaited, extradition hearings that would send him back to the United States. While there, he said that if he was to die while in captivity, a la Epstein, then he would have been killed. He wasn't the kind of person to have killed himself.
He says,
He
if I
even
die, I did not kill myself.
Yeah, he even went so far as to print the word whacked.
He got it tattooed on him.
Yes, with a fucking $ after the D, right?
Jesus.
As it turns out, he was found dead in his cell on June 23rd, 2021 at the age of 75, with the cause of death being suicide by hanging. I will be the first person to come out on this podcast and say McAfee did not uninstall himself.
Yes, he did.
He's actually not dead. He's still running in the background.
Now, fun fact, there was an interview on a couple of podcasts. One of them is a podcaster by the name of Matthew Cox, who apparently is a felon as well. He got in touch with a guy by the name of Jimmy Wallace, who is a former Marine, former Navy SEAL, who started out as McAfee's bodyguard and then ended up being his CEO. Right? He attests, like, he went through his whole spiel and rigmarole about how everything happened and what his relationship with McAfee was. He said, and I quote, "Say what you will about the guy, he has never lied once that I have ever known him. He absolutely did not kill himself." And so that leads to question,
Who is phone?
who is phone? But no, what the fuck happened that led him to being killed if that was such a situation? If that actually happened?
It was Hell in the Cell, John McAfee versus Jeffrey Epstein.
God damn it!
He came out with Stone Cold's thing.
Right?
I drank one girl's poo. 2 poo.
Like, yeah, the dude was 6 feet tall, okay? The average height for a freaking bunk bed, you're looking at about like 5'6" or something like that, just so that the other person doesn't bang their fucking head looking up. How in God's fucking name does a 6 foot tall person hang themselves in their cell when there's no fucking rope or fucking nylon like cord type shit?
I've actually seen plenty of people hanging themselves just on the corners of their door by just like laying
That's
down.
okay. Just sit down, you know?
Now, here's a question. The dude is obviously a total fucking narcissist. Narcissists don't kill themselves more often than not.
I mean, I don't think he did kill himself, but like, why would they?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, each phone. No. I hate my brain because after I made the Stone Cold joke for fucking John, my other thought was like for Jeffrey Epstein's entrance, it would be The Undertaker.
There you go.
He just arrives in a coffin.
It's just the Pedo Bear song.
No, he would just come out to P. Diddy.
Fucking Godman, dude. I got him.
Woo! Fuck. That fucking cloak. That fucking freed up my sinuses. I'm not gonna be snoring tonight.
Twice tonight, boys.
I knew it.
Hey,
Okay.
Dalton.
There you go. Where'd fucking go?
Well, at least he's gone.
Is that Devin?
Oh, that's super cool.
Hi, Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Hey, and
Exorcist blanket.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, hey, that's a Christmas movie.
does it make you feel possessed when you go to sleep?
I mean, it came out in December. It counts as a Christmas movie.
I mean, the only thing you'd have to worry about is if you threw up mushy peas or something.
Hey, just because you kiss him like that doesn't mean I haven't.
Hey, tell her that your Dalton thing landed. Nice.
Oh, that's badass right there.
Did you
Fuck
just
yeah,
flash
Devin.
your Bakugo?
Yeah.
She showed me her bumps at the game.
Look, see, show him your hands. Same hands.
So, like, I'm wearing the gloves, right? So, like, it was.
Polish people are known to have tiny hands.
Oh, by the way, after
That's
this
her joke.
After this fucking podcast, I'm thinking of shaving the beard.
Me too.
All of it? Just
Perseus.
keep the mustache and just be a weirdo.
Dude, no. Hitler stash.
Hitler stash. Let's fucking go.
No.
Do the
Yeah.
mutton chops, bro. Just keep just that.
Yeah, he's like
Say
that.
all this, just mutton chops, bud.
Next fucking podcast, I'm doing mutton chops. Let's go.
Let's go.
Your wife just
go.
hates.
Yes.
I mean, we got to the end
Absolutely
of this-
insane.
I mean, we got to the end of the story so far.
So yeah, no, that's basically all that I got.
Who is
Oh.
fun?
What is food?
Who is Bob's and Veggie?
In Hooker's name we pray, John McAfee.
Right.
The only
Honestly,
message I have for John McAfee is this.
Oh, get over it.
oh, get over yourself.
Get
Oh,
over
yeah.
it
I'm
yourself.
Connor. I don't like a man.
Quit being all holier than thou. You're not much better.
Like,
I'm not much better, but last time I checked, I haven't asked a girl to shit in my mouth.
Could you imagine though, like you fund the police and then they come arrest you?
right? Fucking shit, bud.
Can you
That's how it
imagine?
happened, baby.
For a moment, there's only one part of the story that I like, or that I will at least admit is hilarious.
Was it the hookers?
Yes, it was definitely the hookers.
Was it the dogs being shot in the head?
What the dog doing? Not much. It's dead.
I want to pet that
You-
dog.
you
Of course
let
you
the
can. They're
man
dead.
Finish. Connor, finish.
It's the fucking fact. Imagine being a Belizean police officer being told, there's a crazy person getting dumped on, allegedly killed his neighbor, and shot a bunch of dogs that were probably or not poisoned. We need to find him and stop him from going crazy because he is a public menace. You
He
run all the way to go find
He
him.
hired a militia to go beat up pedestrians.
God damn it,
My
John! If I
point-
told you once, I told you a Belizean times.
It was a Looney Tune bit, wasn't it?
That's what I'm trying to get at. The fact of looking all around for John and you're like, we can't find him, sir. We don't know where he went. And then a few days later, you're told, no, we found out where he was, dipshits. Where was he? You fuckers. He was literally under sand. He literally went. And being the guy who has to go home after that day of work, just going, God damn it.
I knew when I stepped on that fucking beach, it felt different. God damn it.
I
He was-
swear it could smell alcohol, drugs, and shit, and dogs, and money, and
He's fucking-
Jesus, he smelled.
He's
You just
fucking
read
covered
the
his
one
face.
book. Yeah, I was gonna say you read the one book from the guys like the day I stepped on John Malkovich balls or whatever.
The day,
The
the
day-
day John, the day John McAfee stood still.
You better not have.
Scene from
Chase.
SpongeBob where he covers
Chase.
himself.
Chase.
McAfee be like, he's covering himself in sand. He's like, Inner Sandman.
Chase, that is legitimately the image I had in my head. I want you to know that. Just like goddamn, like he really Looney Tunes them, and I don't know how to feel. Not to mention he does it a second time.
Bro.
With, oh, I'm dying,
Bro,
my
even
blood.
then,
And then
like,
immediately
it's-
he like calls his lawyer. And he's like, "You better get me over to America."
Pulling the
right
fake
now."
heart attack is a G move, though, man.
He actually faked it twice.
Oh my
That's what I'm
fucking God.
saying. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That,
here's the
like-
thing I've learned about. Or, go ahead.
oh, I mean, you can go. Mine's a little small rant about someone
Well-
kind of adjacent to him.
Well, all I was going to say is pretty much in any situation, if police are involved, and if the person who is being prosecuted, whatever in situation says, in any case, oh, I don't feel good, I'm sick, or something like that, police are required to ask and say, we can get you an ambulance and we will take you to a hospital to get looked at. After that, whatever happens then keeps going. Because I've seen it happen before where a obese woman claimed that, oh, I'm having a seizure, my heart, I'm dying. She went to the hospital after she basically demanded to the police that she was sent there, and then immediately they checked her out, and immediately they just came out and said,
You have
yeah,
gas.
she's fucking faking it.
Yeah, here's the funny thing, Connor. That's one thing to follow, but fuck it. Cops don't really do that because police are not God.
Yeah,
Well,
I
to
was
be
gonna
fair,
say police
that's
Navidad when they
American
arrest
police.
people on Christmas, but yeah, that works too.
That's American police. He was in Brazil.
I'll say this. This is the most that I have prepped for a fucking episode of Mementomorons. I typed 2,779 words for this occasion.
Hot damn.
And that is
Shut
probably
down.
how many times he was shat on.
More like
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's like a lot.
That's a lot of shit. That's a lot of
shit.
At least a Brazilian.
You could
You
fertilize.
gotta get with a
playgrounds,
chick
man,
with
that's
IBS or something to get that amount of shit on. Like,
No, that's cheating. It has to be solid. If you use laxative or IBS, it's cheating.
Lactose intolerant stripper.
but
There
no,
you go.
it did
Feed her
kind of.
milkshakes.
Everyone
of
else would be
someone who
hearing
had,
the
like-
sound of diarrhea. Go ahead.
Speaking of someone who had like a lot of money and ended up having a lot of controversy, and now is kind of, well, he's not dead, but there is this new documentary about Girls Gone Wild and Joe Francis and how much of a little arrogant shitbag he was. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
he was a genius. He even went down to every video store and it's like, dude, no one's making just chicks getting naked. Like, genius move, but it was a lot of like underage shit, a lot of super shady stuff. And it's one thing to see girls taking their tits off on the commercials, right? But when you actually buy
tits off,
yeah, they take their whole tits off, like when Art did to the one lady in the first Terrifier. But if you buy the DVD, that's like actual hardcore scenes where they like make girls do lesbian stuff or masturbate. You know, it's a little hardcore on there. But yeah, after the police ended up like trying to take him down and like they confiscated all his footage, the most baller move he did was he released Girls Gone Wild, the band footage, what police don't want you to see. And like, that's a genius business move. And then they still like forced a lot of girls to do like shit that they didn't want to do. I mean,
Even
he ended up,
girls.
Love how he said, yeah, that guy was a piece of shit, but he is so cool when he did this, but he's a piece of shit.
it wasn't, no, it's not that he was cool. That's a good business move. That made him so much more money. But like, it pretty much ended where because now, even after all the girls that tried to sue him for like, you know, being forced into doing this stuff they didn't want to do, and they had a jury full of women, and you think like, oh yeah, the women are going to understand, but like, no, you don't have to pay them anything because all the women jury are just like, look at all these sluts. They're the ones that pulled their tits out on fucking camera. They deserve what they got. A lot of these bitches are like I'm sorry, I just called them bitches because I feel bad for them. But a lot of them, like, when you're just drunk and you're like, yeah, I'll show my tits, and then you're hanging out with your family and the Girls Gone Wild fucking trailer comes on and you're on the commercial. Like, that's been my whole life. I got kicked out of my house, got kicked out of school, I can't, like, find a job. None of them really, you know, you might have got $100 to do the scene, but these people have been making millions. But what sucks is, because he's been sued a whole bunch, and he never lost until a big-ass dude with a big old dick where he was fucked it up and didn't pay his gambling debts decided, like, you don't want to pay me? Okay, I'm going to destroy your whole company. And only then is when he had to pay and lost a lot of his money, and he ended up moving to fucking Mexico, and he hasn't left, because if he comes back here, we're going to arrest him. So he's kind of just been sitting in Mexico. And like the most recent photo was from like 2022, and he was shown in the hospital and he got like beat up, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, you piece of shit, you arrogant little prick bag.
This is the one time where it wasn't a woman's testimony who destroyed a man, but a man's testimony who destroyed a man.
Well, the reporter who was doing the stuff on the story, he was like, I mean, you would think, oh, there's a woman jury, they're gonna see that he's been taking advantage. He's like, you don't want that. You want dads up there who are wanting to protect their daughters. All the women up there just saw a bunch of, oh, well, they're the ones that they wanted to have sex on camera. They're the ones that pulled their tits out. They got what they deserve, even though it's ruined their fucking life. They don't get any money. But yeah, it's from the people that made the Nickelodeon documentary. So worth watching, because I was like, man, I swear if Drake Bell shows up on here talking about how he was on Girls Gone Wild, I'm gonna shit a brick and giggle.
Bro. Yeah.
Just make sure you do it on the hammock.
On the hammock.
He has daughters.
On the hammock.
He does. And his fucking girl who won they had a TV show, it's like, the hottest girl in America. So he started dating her, he's super abusive and everything, and she ended up taking the kids and leaving, because he doesn't deserve daughters. Fuck no, you know, oh man, it's a disgusting documentary. It's very infuriating. But also at the same time, you're like, I mean, you did sign a waiver. No one made you not read it. It says, hey, we're allowed to do this. We can use all your likeness however we want. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
kind of a balance, but it's still, you know, you get these people that don't know what they're doing. You put them in the back of a bus, and when the cameraman's blocking the door and like, why don't you start taking your stuff? Well, hey, you want a vibrator? Hey, why don't you make out with that chick? And they kind of do it just so they can fucking leave. So it's still pretty shady, but kind of reminds me of John McAfee. Not as crazy, but still pretty fucking wild, man. Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, John McAfee was more on the nerdy side of shit because he was doing like crypto pump and dumps and shit like that. Fun thing. For those that want to look into this shit, let's see. I did LGR Lazy Game Reviews. He did a short little thing on John McAfee. Matthew Cox did a thing about John McAfee. If you want to look into what his bodyguard / CEO did with him, look up Jimmy Wallace about John McAfee. Then, of course, there's Behind the Bastards. They have a 2-parter on John McAfee. Like, there's a fucking documentary called Gringo. It's fucking... Yeah, I know, right?
There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, dude. I went through all the fucking shit. And I was like, all right. There's allegations here, there's allegations there. All right, he might have murdered somebody, so I might as well put that in. You know, there's a lot of shit that I even cut out. It's fucking crazy. This is honestly just fucking a cliff notes, and the fact that we're over 2 hours in says something.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild story, man. Like I said, I watched a couple videos and it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna share none of that hammock shit with me, buddy?
But yeah, no, I figured this would be the best way to fucking crack off the new year with a brand new episode that's got some fucking crazy shit tied to it. Fuck yeah, let's do this shit.
I can't wait for another PG like podcast group to say, "Hey, let me review your podcast and see if we could like do a collab sometime." And then she shat in his mouth.
It won't be dick jokes and gay shit. It'll be talking about a debaucherous multimillionaire who is the face of every fucking Windows PC user known to man. Because Microsoft bought McAfee antivirus for like a couple $2 billion, and now it's in every fucking Windows PC ever.
So John McAfee is in us all.
Yes, sir.
And to all a good night.
So
Yeah, and he kind of just got in through the back door, so.
That's his favorite place.
Matt, weren't you the one who said he was running in the background?
he's rather good with a gun, but I imagine he's a little inaccurate with the poop shoot.
Fucking things are in here.
Poop shoot boogie.
Anyways, anybody got anything else, or we free to let this go?
I'm good.
I was about to say after this, I did want to show y'all a video. It's about Ernest Hemingway, which is kind of in the same vein of
John McAfee?
of old
Did he
McAfee over here.
Did it involve a hammock?
No, but it's told by Randy Feltface. I think all y'all would probably enjoy it.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna hop off and make myself some fucking dinner.
If you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, or complaints, then hit us up on mementomorons@gmail.com. On the offhand chance that you feel like donating to this collaborative clusterfuck of fuckwits, then you got the freaking Mementomorons Spotify for Podcasters support link. You've also got Patreon. You also got Ko-Fi. You also have us on fucking Twitch. Hit us up. Yeah, check us out on Twitch. Sometimes we're funny. Sometimes we're stupid. More often than not, we are both. We cross the fucking streams. It's a bad idea, but fuck it. I don't care. Shout out to the Goblin Hole.
Shout out to the Goblin Hole. I was actually on a recent episode, so that should be out fairly soon.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah,
might be
Goblin
doing a
Hole.
lot more of those episodes as well if we can figure out, get it up there.
Let's go.
Shout out to our resident fucking digital art designer person, fucking Jay, otherwise known as the Odd Fun Guy.
She's a pretty fun guy.
She is a pretty fun guy. And shit, just Google search us. You'll find every fucking thing, including our fucking Twitter profile, Twitter profile, X profile, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Other than that, we've got some servers that we're gonna fucking spin up. If you have a prospective game that you would like us to cover, or that you would like us to have as a server and throw onto our Patreon so that you get access to it, let us fucking know. We will let it happen. On that note, though, without further ado, we are Mementomorons, and remember, we're morons, the podcast for the motherfucking outcast.
Queefing Queen.
On YouTube.
May she rest in peace.
Why did I just picture literally just a girl looking at Dalton saying, can you help me out down there?
Hey, having tiny hands? Fisting real easily.